Hey everyone, this is Sleek Aussie here, and welcome back guys to another video. Today I have some amazing information regarding Epic Games and Fortnite Battle Royale. If you guys are hyped for this video, please do show your support by leaving a like, and if you're new here, then subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the new amazing Fortnite content coming very soon. So as you probably read by the title, Epic Games Fortnite Battle Royale is going to be coming to mobile devices and cross-play with console. Now this is amazing. This is like more than I could have ever hoped for, and we're going to be diving in head first in this video, discussing all the ins and outs of it, the positives, the negatives, and the facts about what what is going to be coming up with the game and how it's going to change everything. So I will put all the sources that I use in the description down below, so you guys can go there, check it out for yourself, read the article, read more in depth about it, and get a further understanding of what this means for the game. So Epic have said that Fortnite Battle Royale will be coming to mobile devices. It will be coming on iOS first, so that means like iPad and iPhone, and then Android support will be released later down the line. But the invite list for the mobile version of the game will be starting on March the 12th on Fortnite's website. So if you have an iOS device, if you have an iPad, if you have an iPhone, then go and sign up to the invite list, and you might even get invited to play the game on mobile devices, which will be amazing. So unfortunately, I don't have an iPhone. I'm an Android user. I have a Samsung Galaxy, so unfortunately, I will have to wait a couple months before the Android support for the game is released. But for those of you that have an iPhone, an iPad, etc., then you're in luck. So you'll be able to sign up to the invite list on March the 12th and see if you get anything back. So that is the first bit of information. So Fortnite on mobile devices. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Is the mobile version of the game going to be separate to the PC version of the game? Because I imagine that anyone on PC playing the game competitively with keyboard and mouse, they're going to be massively ahead of the people playing on mobile devices. Now, they haven't specifically said whether mobile and PC are going to be cross-platform, whether you're going to be able to interact with players on both platforms, but if it is, then that's going to be a very weird scenario, because if you're playing on mobile, if you're going on, on your way to work and you're playing it on mobile and you see someone from PC, you're going to have no chance at all, unless they're playing with their feet or their nose or something. You're not going to be able to kill them whatsoever. But I imagine that the servers are going to be different. It's going to be a different layout, because obviously they have to accommodate for the phone size or the iPad size and how you play it, because it's a handheld. You hold it in your hands, there's no mouse, there's no keyboard, there's no buttons to press, it's all touch screen. So they're going to have to make it so that, the interface is very easily maneuverable and accessible, and the inventory and the aiming and the building are all very fluid on mobile devices. So with that taken into consideration, I do not think that PC and mobile will be cross-platform. So with that out of the way, now we're going to move on to the actual cross-platform, which is in partnership with Sony. Epic have announced that Fortnite will be coming to, or they'll be getting a cross-platform mode with Sony, and obviously Sony are the people who make PlayStation. So the Fortnite Battle Royale game will be able to be cross-played with people from PC and PlayStation playing in unison. So that will just mean that there'll be loads more people on. It'll be a bigger community. I know I have a couple of friends who play on PlayStation that don't have a PC, or they haven't got an account on PC, or their PC isn't good enough to be able to run the game as effective as they would on console. So with this new change, that'll be absolutely amazing. I'll be able to play with my friends on PS4 while I'm on PC, because that is the main platform that I play on. So that's amazing. I absolutely can't wait for this to be released. They've got mobile games, they got the mobile version of Fortnite coming to iOS first and Android, and now they have cross-platform with Sony and with PlayStation 4. There's nothing yet about Xbox. They haven't announced anything to do with Microsoft. It's just PlayStation 4. Guys, I'm holding the video right there because as of about 30 minutes ago, I'm editing this video and Fortnite themselves have just tweeted that Xbox are going to be partnering up with themselves to bring cross-platform. So I know I said just that Xbox isn't included in the whole cross-platform thing with iOS and PlayStation. That was the old news. That was before we found out anything further. But Fortnite themselves on their Twitter account have literally just released an article explaining that Xbox, PlayStation, PC and the mobile version of the game will all be cross-platform. So all the console versions of the game, all of the obviously the PC version of the game, and eventually the mobile version of the game on mobile devices will all be cross-platform, and you'll be able to play with each other on all of those different platforms. So ignore what I just said about Xbox not being included in it. That was when they said specifically that Xbox wasn't in it. There wasn't any mention of Xbox cross-platform previously, but now there is. So expect Xbox, PlayStation, PC and mobile to all be cross-platform when that actually comes out. So let's just continue with the video with that in mind. Or if you guys are mainly on Xbox and you're like, oh, we cross-platform, is it on Xbox? No. Unfortunately, as of this moment, there isn't any agreement with Microsoft about cross-platform with Xbox. Obviously, if you go from PC to PlayStation currently, you can transfer your account from Epic Games, like on PC, over to PlayStation. I did this the other day. I got all of my skins, all of my profile records, and my level, and my Battle Pass level and everything, all on PlayStation 4. It transferred over. So that is the first step to having crossplay, and now they've just announced that they're doing it officially with PlayStation 4. And Epic actually released a statement regarding the Sony Epic Games partnership, and this is a quote. I'll put the quote on screen right now so you guys can read it, and it says, "In partnership with our friends at Sony, Fortnite Battle Royale will support cross-play and cross-progression between PlayStation 4, PC, Mac, iOS and eventually Android. This means players across devices can squad up with friends and play together." So as I said earlier about the whole iOS and PC crossplay, they're going to have to like really, you know, drastically change the way the game is played on mobile devices to accommodate that sort of platform. And obviously, if you're on PC, you're an experienced player, you can build really quick, you can aim very good with your mouse. If you come across someone on mobile, you're not gonna have much of a challenge unless they're, you know, mobile is their main platform for playing games. They're really good at moving a bit with their, you know, with their thumbs and fingers and doing all this crazy stuff with like mobile touchscreen, all this sort of stuff. So, in my personal opinion, I do not think that Android and iOS versions of Fortnite should be able to be played cross-platform with PC. That's just my opinion. It is a PvP-based game. It is a competitive game. So people on PC are going to find it, well, at least to me anyway, people on PC are going to find it a lot easier to kill players that are playing on iPads and iPhones and Android devices, just because they haven't got the option of quick keybinds and mouse movements to move very sporadically and very accurately, you know, with aiming down sights and such. So I don't know how they're going to balance that, whether they care or not. But I guess you know, if you're playing it on Android or iOS, it's your own choice, and you kind of have to go into that expecting not to do very well against players on PC. So I'm not too sure how they're going to work that and if they're going to change that in the future. I personally would, because I mean, as a player on PC, I'm not too bothered about this change, because it just means that potentially I'm going to get players that aren't as good, just for the fact that they're on iPad and iPhone, because they're restricted in terms of the hardware that they can have. If I'm on PC, I have a keyboard, I have keybinds, I have a mouse, I have keybinds on my mouse, I have a very big monitor that I can look at and scan the area. If you're on a mobile phone, it's just in your hands, it's very small, and your thumbs and fingers are on the touchscreen, and it's not as responsive and not as quick as playing with a mouse and keyboard. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. But in the quote, it did say that that Fortnite Battle Royale, in partnership with Sony, will support cross-play with PlayStation 4, PC, Mac, iOS, and Android eventually. So I guess that means that people on PC, PlayStation, and mobile will all be able to play the game in unison with one another across all types of platforms. You know, the competitive side, taking out the equation. This is an amazing thing. It truly is, because that means that you could be playing with your friend who's on their way to work. They're sitting on the train or they're sitting on the bus, and you're at home on your PC, and then you've got another friend who's like in another country on PS4, and all three of you are on different platforms playing in the same game. That in itself is mind-blowing to me, and that is amazing. For that reason, I'm completely all for it. But in terms of a competitive aspect and in terms of fairness, for people, being an equal advantage, it's not going to be as good, I believe, personally. Let me know what you think. Let me know your opinions down in the comments. I would love to get your guys' thoughts on this topic regarding the competitive aspect of crossplay. But that is it from me, and I will leave the websites in the description down below so you guys can check it out for yourselves and look into all the juicy details about crossplay and Sony and Android and all that sort of stuff. So that is it from me, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it, and if you're new here, then subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the new amazing Fortnite content coming very, very soon. And with that, my name has been Sleek Ozzy. You guys have been amazing, and I will see each and every one of you in my next video. Goodbye, guys.